There was a murder, and all we could
So, and I
discover was
just wrote some basic steps down. But really it'll be positionally kind of knowing, like, being able to watch the video and kind of seeing where.
So Mike, what type of tape job is this for?
What type of tape job is this for?
Mm-hmm.
Don't ignore his grammar.
I don't know.
For what type?
This is for scapular winging.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taping to prevent scapular winging. Is that the type of tape job we're talking about?
Sure.
I'm going to dry a little bit before I do the cover roll.
So have you shown them the winged scapula?
The winged.
Raise your arm up. Okay, raise your other arm up.
Sweet sassy molasses.
Okay, just go right in that spot. It wouldn't be hard to do it now, would it?
See how you can kind of see what
Yeah.
it was before, so a little sensitivity. I'm not worried because those aren't really sores, but
More
just
the
a little
rash.
more like a rash. So I'm hoping that his skin, that's what I want to make sure that his skin's going to tolerate it. So even just maybe a day and a half, take it off and just see where it's at.
Okay.
And then we can kind of reevaluate it Monday. But you can see, so and what I do before I cut this, I just kind of lay it down to see how long I need it
Okay.
before I cut it. So you can kind of see where we went before. I want to give a good anchor here in the front.
Okay.
And so I want to make sure that I can anchor, because I'm going to pull with the brown tape. So I'm going to kind of make sure that I have enough leverage here in front. And then it's going to go past down that angle, that bump right here, to his spine here. So that's about the length you need. And then just pull it
Oh, okay.
back like this. And you can either peel it all the way off if you're not worried about it catching, or you can kind of start. You can kind of start here. And the biggest, most common mistake people make is they pull with this tape. This is kind of my mapping tape, and just kind of gently lay it down.
Okay.
And just kind of
I guess what's also important that if you peel it off, once it's been stuck, then it loses its
yeah, it's like
adhesive
the other day.
properties.
Yeah, the other day I couldn't remember when I pulled it off. It was at the wrong angle when he was lying down, and then it wouldn't. And it's okay to have a little bit of wrinkles. I just want to make sure that it's there. It wouldn't. I couldn't retape. I couldn't put it back on.
Okay.
You had to retape with retape.
This one I can kind of guide. I'll pull it all the way out, but it's gonna. I usually have to end up. I kind of pull it all the way out to see how long I need it, but end up cutting it at the end because this is the tape you pull with. This is the tape that I position it with, so it's going to shorten up and have wrinkles in his skin, and then I'm going to, and that's what those little red lines kind of that you saw in there, that's probably where it was wrinkled, where the tape was wrinkled a little bit. But that's what we want, because we want, this is the strong tape, and we want it to pull with this tape. So I'm just laying it right down on the white tape initially, just to get it started, and kind of see about how much I want. Knowing that I'm probably have to cut it off at the very end because I'm going to pull with it. Very good posture. You kind of show me the casing right there. I want to make sure it always stays on the white tape so that this sticky, like duct tape stuff isn't on contact with his skin.
Because that would be worse than the white tape.
And you don't want to over pull it. Like positionally, I just want him in a good, what we call a neutral position. I don't want to over pull it where he is doing like this all the time because that doesn't feel natural.
Right.
I want it just where he's going to, when he starts to pull out of that position, that kind of feels that pull where he's going to pull it back in.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Like I don't, this is an uncomfortable position to be in. And you're going to have backaches. So I want him basically at a good neutral position where he's just kind of here. And then as he starts to pull out of it and just kind of, and it starts to be out there, I want him to kind of bring it back.
Okay.
And that's kind of where he just feel a little bit of a pull and just kind of a reminder to pull it back. That's perfect.
All right.
So you're going to have to get pepper skin, basically.
Mm.
And you're